2:47 a.m. Your alarm is set for 6, and your brain won't stop talking, not about anything important, about everything, about nothing, about that thing you said 3 years ago, about tomorrow, about what they meant when they said that. You know the feeling. That's what we're here to fix. Here's what nobody tells you about overthinking. It's not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's a sign that something matters to you. It's not that you don't care. You care so much, and that's exactly what makes it worse. Everyone around you says, just stop thinking about it. Relax. It's not that deep. Let it go. And you sit there thinking, I know. I'm trying. But here's the thing they don't understand. You can't just stop overthinking any more than you can just stop being left-handed. Because overthinking isn't a habit you picked up. It's a survival response your brain locked in, probably years ago. And until you understand why it's happening, no amount of deep breathing is going to fix it. Psychologists call it the default mode network. It's a part of your brain that activates specifically when you're not focused on a task. Think of it as your brain's background app, always running, scanning for threats, replaying memories, simulating futures. For most of human history, this was brilliant. It kept us alive. But in 2025, it's running constantly, and your brain can't tell the difference between a saber-toothed tiger and an unanswered text message. A Yale study found that people who ruminate show 45% higher activation in this exact region. You're not weak. You have a highly active survival system that was never taught when to stand down. And the good news? You can teach it right now with 3 specific techniques backed by neuroscience. Break number 1, the 5-second interrupt. The moment you notice you're spiraling, right when you catch it, count backwards out loud or in your head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This physically interrupts the neural pathway of rumination and engages your prefrontal cortex, the decision-making part of your brain. You're hitting a reset switch. Break number 2, the worry window. Pick a 15-minute window every day. Write down every worry, fear, and spiral you've been having. Then close the notebook. Research from Penn State found that participants who used a structured worry window reported a 35% reduction in anxiety symptoms within 2 weeks. You're giving your worries a home, so they stop breaking into every other room. Break number 3, the reframe question. When you catch yourself spiraling, ask, is this thought useful to me right now? Not, is it true? Not, is it possible? Is it useful? Right now. Most overthinking isn't about the present moment. When you ask, is this useful now? You force your brain to evaluate the thought like a tool, not experience it like a feeling. But let's go one level deeper. The root cause most videos skip: uncertainty, intolerance. Somewhere along the way, your brain decided that uncertainty was dangerous, that not knowing the outcome of something meant you were vulnerable, and overthinking became its solution. If I just think about it long enough, if I prepare for every outcome, then nothing can hurt me. Your brain wasn't being irrational. It was being protective. Think of it like an iceberg. The racing thoughts, the indecision, that's above the waterline. But underneath, that's where the actual pattern lives. And you can't melt an iceberg by chipping at the top. Warming the water means slowly proving to your brain that uncertainty is survivable, that you don't need to know every outcome to be okay. So let me say this clearly. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're not too much or too sensitive or too in your head. You have a brain that learned to protect itself. And now you're learning to teach it something new. That is not a flaw. That is growth. That is exactly what you're here for. Remember the 3 breaks: the 5-second interrupt, the worry window, the reframe question. Give your brain more than one night to rebuild. I want to ask you something in the comments below. What's one decision you've been overthinking for longer than it deserves? Drop it below. I'll see you in the next one.